Have you ever woken up one morning and wondered, how did my life end up here? How did everything move so fast, so painfully, so unexpectedly, while you were just trying to survive? Maybe life knocked you down in a way you didn't see. Coming, a breakup, a betrayal, a lost job, a closed business, a medical bill you weren't ready for, or maybe you're just tired. Tired of being the strong one, tired of pretending everything is fine. But listen closely, because today is not just another video. Today is the day you rise, not tomorrow, not after things get better. Today, right here, right now. Because falling isn't the end, staying down is, and I'm here to remind you of one thing most people forget. You're allowed to break, but you are not allowed to quit. Life has a way of blindsiding us when we least expect it. One day you're full of plans, goals, dreams, and the next everything is tilted sideways. Maybe you lost the job you thought was secure. Maybe you watched someone you love walk out the door without looking back. Maybe a dream you held onto for years just slipped through your fingers. It happens everywhere in America, in the suburbs, in small towns, in the big cities where people chase opportunity only to find that opportunity doesn't always chase back. And when life hits you hard, it doesn't just hurt, it confuses you, it shakes you, it makes you question your worth. There's a moment, a very real moment, where you sit alone in your room, or in your car parked outside a grocery store, or in a hallway where no one can see you. And you whisper to yourself, I don't know if I can keep going. We all go through that. Even the strongest people you know have cried into their pillow at 2 a.m., or sat silently at a traffic light wondering how their life veered off track. But here's the truth. No one wants to say out loud, being knocked down is part of being human. Pain is not a punishment. Failure is not a curse. Struggle is not a sign that you're not meant to succeed. Struggle is a sign that something inside you is being built. Something stronger, something sharper, something wiser. Think about the American stories we admire the most. Rocky Balboa didn't become a champion without getting punched in the face over and over again. Oprah didn't become a global powerhouse without being fired from a job people said she wasn't fit for. Steve Jobs was kicked out of his own company before he transformed the world. It's not the fall that defines you. It's what you do after the fall. This is the part of life where most people quit. But you're not. Most people. You are someone who gets back up, even when your legs shake, even when your heart is heavy, even when no one claps for you. Because the moment life knocks you down is also the moment you get to decide who you really are. There will come a time, maybe it's today, maybe it was last week, maybe it's been building for years, when you hit a breaking point. The kind of moment where you feel everything collapsing inside you. And I want you to know something that might sound strange at first. Your breaking point is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of the one you were meant to write. In America, people often hide their struggles. We put on smiles, post perfect pictures, decorate our pain with filters. We pretend we're fine at family dinners. We say, I'm good, when someone asks how we're doing, even though we're anything but good. But the truth is that breakdowns create breakthroughs. Think about it. When do people finally change their lives? Not when everything is comfortable. Not when everything is predictable. Not when life is easy. People rise when pain forces them to. People grow when the comfort zone collapses. People transform when the old version of themselves can no longer survive. Sometimes, the universe pushes you because staying in the same place would destroy you. Maybe you're heartbroken because the person who left was never meant to stay. Maybe you lost a job because you outgrew it, without realizing it. Maybe life closed a door because you were too scared to admit you deserved a better one. Rock bottom is not a prison. It's a foundation. It's where you learn what you're made of. It's where you rebuild. It's where you stop living for approval and start living for purpose. And if you're listening to this right now, if your life feels like it's falling apart, if everything hurts more than you're willing to admit, I want to tell you something gently but firmly. You are exactly where you're supposed to be to begin your rise. Your breaking point is preparing you for your breakthrough. Nobody rises all at once. People rise one decision, one step, one quiet victory at a time. The rise doesn't look glamorous at first. It happens in small moments, the kind no one sees and no one applauds. Your rise starts the moment you choose to stand back up, not when life gets easier, not when the pain disappears, not when everything makes sense. It starts when you whisper, "Okay, I'm not done yet." Think about the people you admire in this country: athletes, entrepreneurs, parents working 2 jobs, students trying to change their future. Their rise wasn't magical. It was messy, it was slow, it was painful. But they kept going, even when their progress felt invisible. Maybe your rise starts with something simple. Getting out of bed when your mind tells you to stay down. Sending 1 job application. Walking 1 block to clear your head. Cutting off 1 toxic person. Telling yourself, "I deserve better," and actually believing it. The rise is not about speed, it's about direction. It doesn't matter if you start over at 20 or 30 or 50 or 70. It doesn't matter if you failed twice or 10 times. It doesn't matter if people doubt you, laugh at you, or underestimate you, because your rise isn't for them, it's for you. And here's a secret. Life rewards those who show up, not the perfect ones, not the fearless ones, not the lucky ones. Life rewards the persistent. So take the step, even if your knees shake, even if your heart is heavy, even if you're scared. Because rising is not about being fearless. Rising is about acting while fear sits in the passenger seat. You don't have to sprint, you just have to move. Once you begin to rise, something powerful happens. You don't just return to who you were. You become someone stronger, someone wiser, someone unshakable. Rebuilding yourself means rewriting the rules you used to follow, breaking the patterns that used to control you, and learning lessons you once tried to avoid. This is where transformation happens. When you rebuild yourself, you stop letting people treat you the way they used to. You stop apologizing for wanting more. You stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You stop blaming yourself for things that were never your fault. You begin to set boundaries. You begin to value your peace. You begin to believe in your potential, not because someone told you to, but because you finally feel it. This is the part of the journey where you reconnect with your power. Maybe you start a new career path. Maybe you pick up a skill you always thought about learning. Maybe you begin working out, journaling, meditating, reading, healing, growing. You don't rebuild overnight. Healing is not linear. Some days will feel like progress. Some days will feel like you're falling backwards. But every day you show up is a victory. Remember, diamonds are formed under pressure. Muscles grow through tension. Mountains are climbed step by step. Struggle has shaped every strong person you've ever admired. And now, it's shaping you. When your life knocked you down, it didn't destroy you. It broke the version of you that was too small for your future. Now you get to build the version of you who isn't afraid to win. There's a powerful moment in every comeback story. The moment when you realize you're no longer fighting to get back to who you used to be. You're fighting to become someone greater. You're not rising to return to your old life. You're rising to create a new one, a stronger one, a wiser one, a more intentional one. A life built on self-respect, self-belief, and self-love. It's time to stop mourning the life you lost. It's time to build the life you deserve. Life didn't knock you down to punish you. Life knocked you down to awaken you. You are here, right now, listening to these words, because something inside you refuses to die your strength, your spirit, your purpose, your future. The world may not know it yet, but you are rising, slowly, quietly, powerfully. And one day, maybe sooner than you think, people will look at you and wonder how you did it. They'll wonder how someone who went through so much could stand so tall. They'll wonder where your strength came from, and you'll smile. Not because you want to brag, but because you finally understand. The strength was inside you the entire time. You just had to be knocked down to discover it. So if life has knocked you down, rise. Not because it's easy, not because everything makes sense, not because you're unafraid, but because your story is not finished. Your future is not written. Your best days are not behind you. This is your comeback season. This is your turning point. This is your rise. Stand up, breathe deep, look forward, and take the first step. Your next chapter starts now.